AKY must I sign in, and this is the build-up to Game 3 of the League of Shadows versus Red Alert. I'm joined in TeamSpeak by Abra,
Abra, abra.
Crackshot,
Hey guys.
and Danger.
Howdy, howdy.
So, this is the first Final 8 game that is going to a best of 3 to the third game. This has been a very unusual situation for the League of Shadows, where they had done the first game this afternoon, and now they're doing this. They just did the second game 9 hours later, just now, and now they're going on to the third game. But they lost two of their players, who just did not show up on time. So they, by agreement of the captains, they put in Greater Ninja, and then they, with Greater Ninja, managed to get that second game won. So, what do you guys think is going to happen this game?
Yeah, they're gonna have to work harder. Both teams, I think, are under the gun. I just want to point out that they had to arrange the matches in such a way that right now it's actually 1 in the morning or 1 at night for all the people in the TLOs, because they're on the West Coast, and it's about what 9 in the morning in Moscow.
No, I think
we're all
it's
the Red
I think
Allies.
it's 10 in
10?
Moscow. Oh, let's see. We
Potentially,
can
yeah.
see. What time is it in Moscow?
So both teams are a little tired.
Oh,
and
it's
both
it's
teams are a
noon
little
in Moscow.
short-handed.
It is noon in Moscow,
Oh,
and
midday Sunday. What else can you do better than kick some ass in Star Battle?
yep. So we did see Void Ray versus Void Ray in the last match, but there was a big warp trick, at which point Red Alert lost their Raven, and they traded for a Dreadnought, but with the difference in not having that support meant that Red Alert had a hard time taking advantage of the Raven, or I'm sorry, the Void Ray. The Void Ray got caught, at which point the game ended.
And the question here, I guess, since it's 5-on-5, I mean, it was pretty certain that they were going to run Void Ray last game. They had practiced it right before the game. In a game prior to that, Red Alert, TLOs, I think Porn is quite happy with this Void Ray play, and especially now that they won. But the question is, what are we going to see? I mean, are they going to try to run the same thing, and if it doesn't fail, why change it? Or are they going to try to trick their opponent and change it up?
Well, I mean, I know that the League of Shadows and Nexus had played quite a few games going a double Overlord composition. I'm not sure how satisfied they ultimately were with that comp, since they haven't really been running it very much yet. But there were no Overlords last game at all, and I'm wondering whether there's maybe going to be a shift in emphasis to the Overlord this game, or do you stick with the Void Ray and just say, well, it worked last time. Why broke what ain't, or why fix what isn't broken?
Well, as we said, and I guess we weren't really online, we were offline when we were saying that, in a 5-player game, you're always going to favor the Void Ray because it's less likely that they're going to have double support, that your opponent's going to run double support, and you're less likely to get denied overall. And so pretty much on a, as it comes to a closer to a 1v1 basis, the Void Ray generally dominates, especially the mid and later game. However, I think, and looking at the opposite side of the coin, if you're looking at an OV with the plague open and all that stuff is better against more ships, right? The more ships they have on their team, the better the plague gets. And so it's hard to say. I think an OV would probably have a weak beginning. A Void Ray has a weak beginning, but generally probably is favored in the longer game.
Yeah, while the Void Ray can be just so powerful because there's so much for him to take advantage of, I mean, it goes both ways, right? Where if you get contained, because you have the Void Ray, because you lack that pushing power, that can also swing the game to the enemy team's favor, where if you can't take advantage of the Void Ray, if it doesn't develop in some way that allows your team to push out or get some sort of advantage, it really can be a huge liability, even more so in a 5 versus 5 than in a 6 versus 6.
Yep. Well, one thing is sure is that the ships are all going to get more farm. and so it'll really enhance your game um, as a single player. You know, your abilities are more important, right? Because there are less players overall. You get more farms, so you get to play a bigger role in the ship. So it's more on individual skill, I guess. In a 5v5, again, as it gets closer to the 1v1, it's more based on individual skill. Looks like TLOs are already here.
Yeah,
They said
so
okay,
both teams
go.
have at some point said they're ready. Ivan has control, so we'll see when he clicks the start button. This is why I usually start the stream once the countdown actually begins, because there's these long, awkward pauses while it seems like everyone is just waiting and ready to go. And there we go! Was it always a 5 second? I swear it was a 10-second countdown at some point.
It was used to be 10, then it was 3, then now it's 5. So, what do you know? Always surprised with this thing.
So as you can see, the winner of this matchup will go on to face Aces High. Do you know anything about Aces High, Abra?
No, no. All I know is that they play high all the time.
Yes, as they should. Alright, so in the bottom left, we have the League of Shadows. Pornexus going Raven, Imp opening, Thunder going Charges, mid-lane Dread with Charges, interesting. Destroyer X going side lane Dreadnought with 6 Gats. Mito going,
Are they missing
9.
a ship?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, they are missing a ship.
Are they waiting to
They're
see what
probably
they're gonna
waiting
play?
to see what they have.
This is a Greater Ninja play right here. They're waiting to
So
see what
for
the
the
enemy
blue team,
comp
the blue
is.
team did open a Void Ray, so
So as soon as if they see that Void Ray, they
have.
have what don't they only
Another
have like
3 seconds or so. Oh, and carrier.
Carrier?
Oh, God.
Did they see the Void Ray?
I don't know.
Yeah, Greater Ninja loves to wait to see what the enemy comp is before selecting his Void Ray. I'm surprised he would before selecting his Carrier. I'm kind of surprised he would select Carrier after seeing the Void Ray, but I guess I would have to have gone back and been in Greater Ninja view to see whether he actually saw the Void Ray before picking a ship.
Well, yeah. Well, he didn't really have that much time. I mean, he clicked it right on the second that he was gonna get picked as a BC. So if he didn't press it, he wasn't gonna go very far. It's interesting though now that he's so behind and he's coming to try to catch some farm. I'm not sure if Red Alert thinks that there was some kind of a funky warp trick happening or whatever, so they were playing very cautiously against the 4 ships.
But we're gonna see Carrier versus Void Ray in that lane. 3 Gat Hull versus 6 Gat Dread in the top. And then Colossus BC Raven versus Dreadnought BC Raven in the mid.
Yep. And important to note that Red Alert has not changed a single thing, so what they must have said when they were, team huddling together, they were probably saying, let's not let this Raven die again.
Yeah.
And we have the game.
Yeah, they're like, our comp was the correct comp. We got warp tricked. That doesn't mean the comp was wrong. We just, we let something happen that we didn't want to let happen. And there's not going to be a warp trick like that this game because it's Carrier rather than Void Ray. So this is interesting.
I think Greater Ninja is not doing a good job farming now. I think he should really focus on farming a lot better. He launched his ints in the middle, got smoked. He's not really focusing on pushing his Void Ray back.
Yeah, I do tend to agree. So looks like the TLOS are kind of in a little bit of chaos here. Like the middle's not rocking together, and
they're all cutting on the
Red
left.
Red Alert's just doing a slow push them back to the tower right now.
So every time that they cut like that and they allow more farm lanes for Greater Ninja, I generally like...
Yeah, that was a good end.
I think the Carrier just gets ahead if they don't make something happen out of it.
Well, Red Alert is up 100 farm, which is not a huge amount at this stage, right? I mean, this is 5 vs 5 and teams can reclaim farm very quickly. But on the other hand, it is the team with the Void Ray that right now is up on farm, which is significant.
That is, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be the opposite at this point.
Sonya is leading in farm with 172, already has 800 farm. If something really big doesn't happen here, they're going to be going back to base and being able to get a lot of those really just lovely quality of life upgrades and maybe some real damage. We'll have to see how they build it. It's actually the League of Shadows going back.
Farm leads going up to about 250 now. so it's increasing.
Lockdown.
And you can
425
see that
energy.
they learned their lesson. They backed off. They did not wait to see the other team come out. So the
Yeah.
other team is still upgrading at the towers, and now the blue team is already at their towers. They did not want to get warp tricked again. So you can see how you're psychologically influencing the other team by just the way you played previously.
Yeah. Destroyer X, I don't... did he get underfarmed or what? Oh, yeah, he's on 76. I'm like, why does... He just got hull and 2 lasers, and that, I feel like that's it. Like, I don't know what else he got. Anyway.
So Greater Ninja went Tempest for his upgrade here.
Okay.
It's definitely more of a passive build versus going all interceptors and forcing the Void Ray to play with you.
Well, Sania White already got his Chrono Rift, so he didn't wait a second. But
400 energy and 0.5 speed still, so he's not planning on making a kill at this stage. I'm going to control the carrier and win as the game goes on. Animosa, scan, Sanic, 375 energy on the Imp, and did he upgrade the... Yeah, he upgraded the Imp as well.
I think Sanic just made a mistake there. He shot an EMP in blank air.
That can hurt, although he's at full energy still, so that, I don't know. I think that might have been a Pernexus miss, maybe.
Maybe. Possible.
So Verf pushing down. We do have protective field versus protective field in the top. Charge versus no charge, but bots on the red alert player. On Severf. Yvonne coming in with his lance and his 400 energy to push back the mid. Animosis gets locked down. Animosis has 10 range. Mito has 9, but the lockdown makes it kind of... Oh, I mean, the lockdown only denies scan, so it doesn't actually make that big of a difference right now. Farm leaking on bottom for actually red alert here, it seems, a little bit. But they are up 250 farm still, so...
Indeed, and I think they are focusing on denying the energy on the BC quite a lot. It's almost unnecessary. And if they only knew that there was only scan on that BC, I'm sure that they would not waste their time and energy. Oh, it seems like they're taking turns upgrading. This is quite interesting because this might actually take advantage of Red Alert's kind of careful, play right now. Maybe Red Alert's going to go back thinking that they all upgraded, so they're going to run away from 3 ships instead of running away from all 5.
Yeah, that's a good play on TLOS part. Am I reading this right that there's a 400 farm difference now? Not quite 400, 350.
No, yeah.
350.
Yeah.
Oh man, that Void Ray is going to get out of control. Sania White's warping home right now.
With 800 again.
Greater Ninja's just letting farm go.
Right and left too.
We have Cloak, 0.36 speed, 450 energy, and a 5th beam upgrade. And the charge is not double charge yet.
And you see Greater Ninja is now trying to stay and collect the farm that he missed, which he's missing again, instead of stopping it at the right spot and really pushing all the way to the towers and farming at the towers. This is always going to cause them to lose more farm, get further behind.
Tempests are not upgraded, so he has Surge, Warpin, Tempests, and 5 Imps. So really the damage is coming from the Tempests.
Warpin on Meadow, PDD on Red Alert on Sanic, so it's interesting choice that he went PDD as his second spell with only 375 energy. He does not have his 4 lasers yet, he does not have a lot of speed.
Yeah, I really don't get that.
Mito, yeah, I mean it counters Mito's
Counters
level 1 missiles.
Counters just one ship, yeah, that's...
One ship that has not spent money on missiles, really.
Go with very long range to begin with.
And we also haven't seen too many missiles fire out of Meadow, so...
Yep.
I mean, the 1 missile, 9 range.
I don't understand the PDD here.
Nope.
I think Sanic is playing a little bit cautiously as a Raven, I feel. But that might also have something to do with the last game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. A little bit of farm leaking on the bottom again for Red Alert.
Yeah, Ninja went up to try to take the siege out.
Huh. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Red Alert put their own siege creep in a bubble. I think it was to try to save it.
It was Ninja had launched it with the interceptors, so he had drifted the interceptors.
Oh, I didn't see any interceptors there. Maybe you're right.
Because they all died.
Yeah, they're still only level 5, so they don't last terribly long.
Because it actually worked.
Okay then. Question, guys. Is the carrier trying to follow the Void Ray around? Or is it just me?
I think the Void Ray is following the carrier around, isn't it?
Really? Because I was quite sure the Void Ray was there before the carrier came out of base upgrading.
Maybe. I guess it's possible.
It might be a strategy. Of the
It's
carrier
that next level carrier play.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out. Yeah, I mean, if I were TLOS for real, I would probably put the BC up against the Void Ray.
Oh, I was sure you were going to say you would GG right
now. So Pornexus does have Blackout. Sanic also has Blackout now, so that's the third spell. No defensive matrix from either Raven. Seems... I don't know what to say about that.
Ooh, Blackout. Wow. Good call.
Invulnerability on Yvonne. Sever.
Goes in and gets locked down.
Insomnia's 500 energy, 0.31 speed, Tin Beam. And does he have double charge? No, still no double charge.
Well, the real problem is that even with the Blackout, you really have a hard time killing the Voider with a carrier.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why I would not play a Tempest role in this. I would try to, as much as I possibly could, force the Void Ray to be busy with my interceptors at all times.
Maybe even a Barrage, maybe a Tex.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna need Tex at some point.
You're forcing the Void Ray in a...
Oh, does he have Tex? Yeah, he picked up Tex.
The Void Ray in a box, so... Versus you being scared of him all the time.
No bots on Destroyer X. 17 minutes. Is he getting denied a lot?
It's rough. But you know what I suspect? I suspect that one of the Destros, at least, from the TLOs, will be going into Siege. And I think that's what's up with the no bots build and all Gats.
You know, I think you're onto something there.
Mm-hmm.
Lockdown on Thunder. Not quite a dedicated cut, but they are threatening him.
Stretching to almost 600 now.
Oddly enough, the Destroyer X has just picked up more energy. I guess he felt like he was being denied too much. He did not pick up any more Gats.
He's almost max
armor.
protective field.
No more range either, and that's no good.
Some of these builds I'm trying to understand the reasoning and I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Sonya is up to 11 beam. Doesn't seem like a lot of other changes there. Am I missing something? Oh, 10 shields. I think that's a big change.
10 shields. I think he was at like 7 before, so he upped his energy a lot too.
Yeah, 575 energy.
I really feel like he's gonna be it's gonna be a one-man show. Sanya's just gonna be able to run anyone down. Not really caring.
Sonya has more farm by himself than Destroyer, Pornexus, and Mito combined. So
It's a
Getting-
fed Void Ray.
Getting a little out of hand here.
So we call this the Sania show. Oh, warp on the bottom. Warp on Severus, and he's going to
Oh, backs off.
fry someone's ass.
Satisfied for backing off for now.
So they now have a Bombard on Severus.
Sonya's
Sania.
threatening beam on Thunder, but not quite committing.
Sania just goes around charged. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's 575 energy. He doesn't really have a reason to ever have it not on, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lockdown. There's a reason not to have it
in
on.
case it, well, actually he's double charged right now, so that lockdown just moved that off a little bit.
Yvonne, you know, every time Greater Ninja pops out the Tempests, Yvonne just hardens shields and walks into them. It's kind of hard to really push mid with the Tempest, with the Colossus having so few ships dealing with it. Since it seems like they always have to have kind of two ready to respond to Sonya, right? It's always got to be
Yeah.
Meadows close enough to drop the lockdown, which means he's not really focused on Yvonne, and they just kind of get perpetually pushed in the mid.
Sania's not only pushing the Destro now, but also canceling all the farm in that lane. Nothing's making it past them.
Little over 700 farm lead at this point. So the farm lead just keeps growing.
Sania White reminds me of a tournament a couple years ago where he just wrecked everybody and everything with the Void Ray. I think their first few games they were just trying to throw people off, but this is the true red alert that we're seeing here.
Well, I mean, Sonya, was integral to taking third in the tournament just last year.
Yeah, there you go.
It really, for a while, it seemed like they were even going to go to first and second, but there was an upset involving kind of a. It was also Sonya that I think he was trying to set up a warp trick, but it backfired, and so that was also the reason they were forced into third place rather than taking the one of the top two slots.
Yep, and Sania has now 600 energy, every spell in the spell book. I think he even went to Hogwarts.
Oh yes, the Purify is real. Double charge is up. Beam speed is still 0.31, level 13. For Nexus's blockout, he has Imp. He has 2 shields and 0.81 speed. Sonya has 0.96 speed.
A launch on the Raven may be a good launch. Or is that a bait? Maybe it's a bait for a side-to-side warp trick from Sania.
Yeah, the Ents are still level 6, so there's not.
Oh, never mind.
They're not anywhere being dangerous.
And the Tempests are level 3, so I guess the Ents are still more dangerous than those Tempests.
What is he putting his money into? Because he has over 600 farms.
600 energy, Vortex, Warping, Charge, Surge, or Plasma Surge rather.
Did you see the warp? The warp was also
650 energy.
Yeah, it's just it's not that the Tempests are very
650.
strong, but he maintains them, right? He always has the Tempests out. He keeps the Interceptors out. He lets them die and then he warps them back in.
They're
And that's
just
why-
not doing anything.
That's why we need
Yeah,
650 energy.
Yeah, I mean, being a carrier player myself, I don't agree with Ninja's ups on the carrier.
I think you're trying to be nice there, Crack.
Well, carrier versus Void Ray, he was waiting so long to even pick the carrier, right? And I think that I think he did not see the Void Ray before he picked. I think it is, if we go back to the beginning of the game.
Even so, though, you still need to play it in a way that you're gonna make the Void Ray work as much as you can versus focusing on farming.
Yeah, so do you think
And
that
right
Ninja
now,
is
the
really
Void Ray is just
overcommitting
focusing on farming.
to spells and energy and tempests, and he should have stayed on a lot higher ints?
Yep, for sure.
Well,
At 26 minutes in, you should have minimum level 20 ints.
Carrier's one of my weakest ships, so I really
even with this Tempest, he should have level 20.
I'm just wondering if he's planning on killing them with energy.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna get that upgrade on Plasma Barrage, man. That's the plan.
The one that he doesn't have, right?
Yes.
Because the Plasma Barrage that he doesn't have, he's gonna throw energy at them out the window, like roll down the window on the carrier and throw energy. No, not even that word.
Tempests are level 5 now. Still not terribly high. Severf has 17 Gats. He does not... okay, Ivan uses invulnerability to push into the cloud. Sonya warps in, does not get instantly on Destroyer. I think he was worried about a blackout, maybe. Charges on. Charges on Destroyer. Destroyer is now taking hull damage. 9,000. 8,000. Okay, they back off.
I think Greater Ninja is at a stage where he actually tries to, even if he does get EMP'd, he wants to have enough to be able to vortex.
Yeah, I think he's really worried about Sonya's Void Ray.
Now we're about 800 difference in farm.
Yeah, just about. Ivan just walks into the Tempests again. Not even Hardened Shield, just kind of walking into them on his own. Battle Station is taking damage. It is now down to 12,000 total life.
Ooh, the Destro might, or the Polo might be in trouble here.
Ivan taking some Gats damage. This could just be Blackout on Destroyer, Thunder, and Mito.
Oh my
Ninja's
God.
Vortex misses. Ninja is down to 6,000, 5,000, 4,750. They back off Ninja. And looks like there might be no kill here.
It's quite interesting actually. Horn was using his DMATs instead of using the blackout, and he kept throwing DMATs, so he didn't have the energy to black out anything. So I wonder if he's actually holding it for a key moment or what's happening here. I think they're trying to force a kill on the tower, on the top tower.
Certainly keeping it threatened. Ivan willing to take some tower damage even though he's practically out of shields.
So
and it's a straight 1,000 farm difference right now.
Stopping in the Chrono Rift is never a good idea. Kids, don't try this at home. You never move again.
Sonya coming out with 13 shields. 0.96 speed, that was how it was before. Upped his beam speed, now it's 0.21. And 700 energy.
Carrier're still missing farm on the sides.
Severus coming back with 800. He spends it on armor and shields. He's up to 10 shields. Animosis 10 shields. Ivan 600 energy. 12 shields. Sanic 10 shields. And he has picked up defensive matrix.
Interesting. Sania White is threatening the warp trick, but did not actually engage it or cause it. He just went off to the side just enough so he can get noticed to get the red team to back off. Well, give his buddies time to actually come out of base straight.
Yep. Thunder did pick up Siege.
Oh, Raven's in trouble. Not enough energy for a couple more lances though.
Oh,
yeah,
and
invulnerability is down, but this is giving Sonya time to use Beam on Destroyer. Destroyer is now out of energy. Oh, but Sonya blinks out, anticipating an imp that does not hit him.
There.
Pronexus.
And I like the fact that Porn actually sent Meadow in to lock down the Voider before he does anything like EMP or Blackout.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good call. They're trying to deal with that Void Ray, but they're in trouble in a couple different ways now, though. I mean, the farm difference has gotten so extreme that it's going to be hard to generate a kill on any ship. Every ship is relatively tanky now. You know, everyone has 10 shields.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed too. Thunder finally picked up Siege.
I mentioned that earlier.
Sieger.
Yep. So I think
yeah, I
both
mean, also
Dusters
you
are
can
going
point
to
out.
Siege.
I would say also you can point out that 3 players on the TLOS are 3-shotting or more. So like, Mito is sitting on lasers, Destroyer is sitting on 4 lasers,
Thunder
and
is
Thunder is
4-shot,
sitting on
not
2
3-shot.
lasers.
Thunder has Bombard. He
Yeah.
doesn't need lasers.
Thunder, Thundercat. I mean,
And he's siege mode, you know, when he's not Bombardy, he can go into siege, just, you know, shoot the creeps with his Gatling cannon damage. Ooh, beam on Destroyer. 9,000 life, DMAT is on him, 8,500, and the Imp makes Sonya White back off. Transferring beam to Thunder. Thunder is down to 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. Backs off.
Missed the MP. Of course, he blinked away from it.
oh, what was that EMP though?
That was from Sanic.
Another one of those famous EMPs from Senec. Senec, you can do butter.
Oh, he missed again.
And again. That's a destroyer. It's a pretty large ship.
You just, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
you gotta
some
wonder if you
people,
do
you know, they
flag or
stall intentionally on Raven, other people miss imps, just so, you know, you make the imps come to you, right?
Ooh, Voider blinked over.
Void Ray came in
To chrono
was
the
interesting,
imps, man.
yeah.
It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, he wanted him to go after the Raven.
Yep.
You'd almost think he'd chrono the imps and then just forget about him and dive on the, you know, since that's, well, it's, yeah, they're 18 imps now. They're getting to the point where they're annoying to deal with. Not necessarily high enough that they're going to kill anything very easily, since everyone has 10 shields.
Yeah, well, at the 36-minute mark, it's not going to do a lot.
But a lot
You
of
know-
ships on Red Alert, you know, are all on 5 laser, right? It's really Sonya with the power to kill the Ints.
Well, what are the ends at now?
18.
18. Well, the Tempests are level 7, and I feel like the Tempests are actually going to be a better matchup here, even though they're very passive, but I think they might be a better suit for the siege. So if they are going into a siege or a double siege, maybe the Tempest would work good with that combo. I'm not sure.
Nuke is on our Mito battlecruiser.
Are they anticipating maybe a siege of the blue team?
Well, I think that when you have dreads floating around, and I mean, really, the blackout is just another thing you can spit at the Void Ray and hope it makes them back off if things get too hot. Nuke at this point, I think, is a reasonable choice, even if you don't necessarily expect to land it.
Right. So they've all gone back. Where's this Void Ray?
Yep, they scan, they know that the Void Ray is going along the side.
Bottom.
Pornexus is staying, you know, we can go into Pornexus vision here. He is very interested in where the Void Ray is. Wait, what? Why can he not see the Void Ray? I'm
It's at the
assuming
bottom.
Pornexus has radar. Does he not have enough range to see it? Yeah, he has radar, so why can't he see... I don't understand why he couldn't see Sonya right there, but whatever.
Oh man, I think the threat of the Void Ray on the side is causing them to play so cautiously that they're yet losing on more farm. Every time I'm looking at that red counter, it's just not moving in terms of farm.
It's, was it 1,300?
1300, yeah.
About 1,300, yep. It's huge when you think about how there's only 5 ships. So you're approaching almost 300 farm more per ship. Average it all out.
Yeah, and it's
10
not
phases
really-
swept around Sonya. 750 energy. And
Ooh.
0.18 speed. You know,
Carrier
if
in
they
a
go
bad
back...
spot.
Oh, yeah. Carrier's taking some damage, but I don't think Yvonne can solo. Siege is up on Severf.
Actually, Ivan involved.
Siege versus
right
Siege right now. Nuke on Severf.
Just as Ivan was getting locked down, he engaged the invuln, and thus the lockdown missile broke into the invuln shield. Now he got locked down again.
Siege up
and the
again.
Siege is up again.
Getting some shots on Mito. Sonya kind of just hanging out on the right side. Pronexus does have Blackout up. Sonic does have Blackout up.
Yeah, it's an interesting position. It looks like both teams are actually quite happy with their positioning here. Seems like they both like to keep their siege up. Oh, and here goes the nuke on the... Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mito does not have nuke ready. Animosis, you were saying he might nuke Thunder?
Oh, he was nuking. He just got cancelled.
Ah.
Not too sure how, but his nuke got cancelled.
So this is one of those times where you really remember that the Dreadnought does kind of have a bug right now, where even out of siege, it takes very little damage from opposing siege mode, right? So even without Protective Field, without DMAT, Dreadnoughts don't take very much damage from siege mode because of the Protective Hull. It's supposed to take only 30% damage, but it tends to take even less than that for a reason that I don't know. It's just a bug. Oh, and they are finally pushing out Red Alert.
2,600 farm lead.
The gap has
No,
increased.
1,600.
1,600. Nevertheless, I think the Raven, as you can see, and the Warder are going together. They are expecting to get
Ints
a
are on
blackout kill.
Animosis. Oh, Sonya is there in an instant. That 2.06 speed does help you get around the map pretty quick.
Oh, wow. But yeah, the Raven and the Warder, you can see them when they converge that they're just ready to blackout kill something. They're just eyeing it.
There's a lot of tension here, right? Because Red Alert at this point is starting to get a little bit thirsty. I mean, everyone is sitting on 500 farm at least. Sonya's got another 900. But at this point, it's like, what is 900 to Sonya White? At 1,500 score, 1,000 farm is like, what? Well, that's 1 or 2 ups.
I think everyone's sitting at the edge of their seat, and I think they're thinking, if we lose this game, we're gonna be out. So
yeah, that's going through both teams' minds, right? No chance of third place if you lose this one.
Nope.
Red Alert was salty when they didn't get in the final 2 in that last tournament. So I know that they really want this this to be in the top 2, at least to make it to the semifinals here. And Pronexus' team, the League of Shadows, you know, not only with the roster frustrations in terms of trying to get Raider Ninja in here instead of their regular members, but you know they had a very contentious group stage against Ewoks, incidentally. Which is Greater Ninja's team.
That is quite a coincidence. I wonder what the...
They did. How long was that game again?
Well, are you including the 40-minute break or the 2-hour game? Which one are you talking about? The one with the 40-minute pause, or the one with or the one that lasted 2 hours?
The really long game, 2-hour one.
Beam is on Destroyer X. Blinks out. Dealing with ints. How much is Sonya floating? Sonya's floating 1,400 right now. You know, just a little bit. No big deal. Nothing to warp home for, certainly.
Not enough.
15 shields. He's just, yeah, you know, I'll tank it every now and then. farming with double charge while he's on one-shot lasers.
Animosis is 1,000. Ivan is 1,000. Saverf is 1,000.
He's
Sonic.
not even being farming with his double charge. He's just laser farming when he's already one-shotting.
Like a boss.
Because why not? When you have 750 energy, why not?
We can touch the mothership and kill it.
Ooh, who's in the text?
Oh, blackout, blackout.
Crazy blackout.
Sonya is on. What is Sonya on? I can't. Oh, blackout on Sonya.
Oh, Thunder.
Thunder.
Thunder's blacked out and Siege.
Thunder was actually stuck.
Yeah, he was stuck under the rift while he was Siege.
Ninja does not have Vortex right now. How does Ninja not have Vortex?
I can tell you out of.
He
he
just
used it.
He used it on the BC.
Oh,
I can tell you out of experience, you press that D button to unsiege and it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And
It
then
is
you
very, very annoying when that
all
happens.
warping
Not
out
sure.
together, except Animosis, who's just too good for that sort of game. Animosis is like, nah, I don't need to warp out.
Meanwhile, poor Nexus is just getting wrecked by Siege creep.
Severf
did warp
coming
out.
out.
Yeah.
Why won't this stuff die?
Severf coming out with tin plating, 19 gats. Sonya, 23 beam, 0.18 speed, still 18
Jeez.
shields.
18 shields.
800 energy. Yvonne, 13 shields, 9 lasers, 6 missiles, and 700 energy. Animosis, 10 shields, 9 lasers, 16 missiles, nuke, defensive
Oh,
shield,
God.
everything except
Guys.
Yamato. What am I
Guys,
missing?
Click on the blink range for the Void Ray. 11.
range.
11 blink range.
Well, check out the speed for that Kali.
I
too.
think that's the 800.
Isn't it the 400 with the crystal? Or
Well, also, when was the last time you saw a Kali with 2.02 speed?
No, I think it's the 800 blink.
oh, what is he doing? He's trying to take the. Oh, they saw him. He was trying to sneak a tower kill.
Look at that blink! Oh, he's on the D.
11 blink.
Cloaked.
Andy Krona
Dodges
ripped
the imp.
Andy Krona ripped
Thunder
it.
is 8,000,
He can't
7,000.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
bad.
now switching to Destroyer. Severf is actually right now almost in range of the tower. He has 20 range on his Dreadnought siege mode.
Is he getting?
Vortex is out on Severf. I think that makes the nuke miss. Did that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That makes the nuke miss. They're gonna throw some charges in there.
Sonya with 18 shields is actually just down to
didn't
6,000
see him
right
throwing
now.
charges in.
Blackout
Oh, you-
on Severf
you can't-
on Andivan.
Oh, you cannot waste your blackout like
blackout. You cannot
because that
waste.
Void Ray could just literally blink straight over onto the Raven and not care.
And it's funny that now they wake up and get all aggressive when they got nothing to defend them.
Well, they have 19 level Tempests. That's enough,
No.
right?
Not good enough.
It's only a 2,000 farm difference, guys. It's nothing at this point, right? Right? We're at 52 minutes. What's 2,000 score?
When you get that many spells, I guess you got nothing more utility-wise. you
I
can't
mean,
get any
really,
more.
at this point, you know, APM and positioning is as much an economy as the spells, right? I mean, how many spells can you cast in what succession?
Well, I do have that saying that even a nub can be good when you give him enough farm. 'Cause he'll
Now we're
just
gonna
buy
have two
every
dreadnoughts
spell
shooting each other and doing no damage.
and-
Exciting.
And the nuke. No, there's no nuke. Coming, nuke. Animosis is not ready yet.
They're just it's
Almost.
that
it's
whole
like
time-
fireworks.
That whole time, Thunder should have been focusing on that the whole time.
The nuke is ready now.
Yeah,
and Animosis-
he did this in the other game too. He's
Or
hit
focus the
nothing
Void
but
Ray.
the Destro.
You know, something other than the Destro.
There, he hit the Void Ray there. I think.
Insert on Sanic. Sana takes care of it.
I wonder if a lockdown on the Void Ray and a launch on the Raven could be detrimental.
Still only at 23 inch though.
Vortex is
Not
back
enough.
up. Blackout is back up. Invulnerability on Mito, pushing in. Yvonne is kind of separated from his team right now, but I don't think they can take advantage of that. You know, in another situation, the Colossus being there with a fully operational Dreadnought, might be wondering, you know, is the Dreadnought going to dive in and start dropping charges? But I don't think that's going to happen here. Severf is just going to hang out in the cloud. Why not be sieged in the cloud, right?
Cloaked Void Ray causes the BC to come in scanning. BC has put himself in a weird position.
Thunderous siege back here.
Sever with Siege in the Cloud. I guess the Siege in the Cloud is actually quite intelligent. I like it. You can't get nuked, and you can't get
that.
hexed.
They did that a couple of times in the first game too. Void Ray's threatening the top tower.
Yeah, Void Ray is charging and threatening top tower.
Thunder leaves siege mode. Wow. What a game 3.
The question, though, remains that even if they do take the towers down, which likely they will, a double siege at base with all ships still in place may be hard to beat.
Well, I mean, the Red Alert will have more range. I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible here that this game will end with all ships alive and the mothership dying.
Possible.
The way this is going, I would believe it.
But, you know, the red team TLOs always have that carrier for the vortex, so they can always put the
Where's
siege
Sonya?
in attack.
Sonya is staying out of range of beam on Mito, but nope. Blinks the M, or no, I think he actually took the M.
He took it.
Luke's coming in on Thunder.
Ooh,
That
ooh.
could be a kill right here.
Unless the black comes in.
7,000. Sonya does not commit.
Sonya
Blackouts all around. Ooh, Mito.
Mito.
6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. E is gone. Mito is down. 58 minutes, the first kill. Will Sonya get out okay? Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
He does.
And
Red
he
Alert
has
is
enough.
finally solidifying the now 3,500 farm lead. Wow.
Huge blackout on the
Yeah.
Raven there.
Yeah, that was
A huge
all
blackout.
ships.
The tower might also go down. It looks like the tower is also going down. I don't think they can break Sever before it's going to drop.
Taking both towers simultaneously because, again, why not?
I think at this point they just gotta give the farm to the Thunder and to Destroyer X.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, I think we can say unquestionably this is the best game 3 in the final 8.
That it
Yeah.
is. That it is.
It's the most balanced, I would say, and I mean, TLOs are known for bringing their games down to the 1 hour mark. That's kind of what they bring them there, and that's where they exactly where they want to have them, you know. But I don't see this going very well for them from this point on.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the farm lead on Sonya White, 2,100 farm with a Void Ray.
I mean, it's 2-1 at this
And-
point.
Yeah.
49
and-
beam, 0.15 speed.
Sania has almost as much shields as the mothership.
20,000. Yeah? Yeah,
if you
you're correct.
combine, if you combine Destroyer X, Pornex's farm, and most of Thunder's farm, that's Sonya White's farm by himself.
And he keeps farming.
And he's just farming like a boss. All happy day. Void Ray stream.
Oh.
Well,
Each.
the siege has 2.4 speed, 2,000 damage per shot, so long as it's not against a dread. And Severf is just ignoring the enemy dreadnought shots and just kind of trying to focus on the tower to get that second tower down.
Ooh, bad.
Nuke on Destroyer, but they're not going for the kill, they're just finishing off the tower. Thunder is
maybe
taking
dead
a little
here.
bit of beam here. 8,000.
Because he won't be able to. He won't be able to.
Is that a
accelerate
vortex?
and get away.
No.
And the blackout coming in. Nope. Oh, launch on Raven. Raven needed a little bit of assistance from the border here. And as soon as they
Sever
kill the
sieges up, takes out the Tempest. Tempest back in. Tempest die again.
What do you guys think of the siege on the side?
I think that's generally where you want a siege, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than on the top.
Well, I mean, at this point, it probably doesn't matter as much. It's not like it changes vision or anything, but I think it allows Vinny to farm even more.
Well, I think it's more that the creeps don't constantly get in your way, right? But not that that's really an issue. I mean, everyone's still on 2-shot, whereas the for TLOS they were on 5+ shot.
Exactly.
4-shot. Even the Ints are on 2-shot at this point.
Oh.
Thunder is 3,000,
Not getting
2,000,
away from that
1,000. The
Not
E-shields
getting
just
away
have
from
not
that
popped yet. Defensive Matrix. Okay, E-shields don't pop.
And Severus is moving in ever so slowly and ever so surely.
Oh, he doesn't even shoot the ends. The ends just sort of evaporate.
Oh, he melts those fast.
Alright. 18,000 shields, 16,000. We're gonna. Yeah.
Elo.
I don't
Also
think.
no-
I don't think we're gonna see
Yep,
another
he
ship
just
die
hit
at this
me.
point. I think the mothership, they just can't break.
Yep. Sever's going for the base.
Also notice that Ivanopola has
Text
Nope,
coming
Tex
28.
denied.
Ooh.
They're hitting the Destro again. Why is he hitting the Destro?
Maybe he doesn't know. He
He
really
does
should be
not
hitting
know.
like the Void Ray here, right? I mean, or anything
the
else. Oh, Horn goes down. Destroyer might. Yeah, Destroyer goes down. Ninja's gonna be
Yvonne.
next.
Go for the
Ninja
carrier.
goes down. Thunder
go
is
for
the
the
last. Thunder is the end of the League of Shadows in this tournament.
Zania said that's enough. Oh no.
The mothership
alert.
actually goes down before Thunder, but that is the game
Red Alert takes game 3.
And moves on to the semifinals.
against Aces High.
Well, we shall see how that's gonna go.
Sonya spent over 10,000 resources in upgrades. We had
Destroyer X with his siege, I think he had the highest APM at 199.
yeah. Quite the game. Well, thank you everyone for casting with me. Thank you Abra, Crackshot, and Danger.
Thank you so much for having us.
It was a pleasure. It was a wonderful game to cast, and I look forward to seeing you all in the semifinals. If
See you there.
Sounds great. See you soon.
If you enjoyed this series of the Final 8, I hope you'll subscribe and all that other nonsense. All right, see you next time.